Chances are that if you've played Minecraft then you've heard of Hypixel, and there's a very high chance that you've actually played this server once in your lifetime. In fact, in 2020, Hypixel dominated the Minecraft landscape and reached multiple records during all the lockdowns we ever had, and in fact it even stacked up to hundreds of thousands of players on a server at one time. And this has always been unseen on Minecraft, and you know, it's actually a figure that Minecraft will probably never see again in its existence. But ever since life has got back to normal, Hypixel has declined rapidly, and in fact it's at a much worse state than it ever was pre-lockdown. Before we get into the video, why don't you consider subscribing? We are on a journey at the minute, having only just hit 10,000 subscribers, and you can contribute to this number. Everyone remembers going into lobby 1s of certain game modes and seeing a stacked lobby full of hundreds of players, but nowadays your lobbies may look like this. Unfortunately, every single game mode on Hypixel apart from Skyblock has been mistreated, it's been mishandled, and in fact it hasn't received as many updates as it probably should have. If you're a Skyblock player, you may still see hundreds of people in that world, probably less than it used to be honest. But Skyblock is still being updated quite frequently compared to every single game mode on Hypixel. In fact, in recent years, Hypixel has completely ditched updating game modes and instead bringing out these small type of games such as Wool Wars, Sheep Wars. They've even added Dropper. So what is Hypixel doing, and why is it declining so much? It's simple really, Hypixel only caters to one side of its community, and like I just mentioned, that is Skyblock. Other popular games on Hypixel such as Sky Wars and Bed Wars do receive updates, but they are very scattered, even probably yearly now. And to be honest, it is killing the player base completely. Not only are we seeing other servers trying to compete with these Bed Wars servers now, such as the Hive on Bedrock Edition, and there's also other Bed Wars servers out there such as the Bed Wars practice server that is doing so much better than Hypixel. For a good 5 years, Hypixel updated their game modes frequently, and they always attached a certain team to that game mode. But nowadays it seems like they have ditched all plans to update any game mode and instead just focus on Skyblock. And it's really weird because there's actually quite a few people that do not play Skyblock. I think it's fair to say there's actually probably tens of thousands of people on Hypixel that don't want to play Skyblock. It feels like the owners of Hypixel really want to go with these easy update methods, rather than completely changing the meta of certain game modes and adding something completely new to a popular, or once popular game mode. I say once popular because Hypixel used to stack literally thousands, tens of thousands of players, but nowadays it's only just below probably 4,000 during its peak hours. And that is a sharp decline, that is a massive decline by the way. If we look at websites like Google Trends, you see that Hypixel peaked massively during lockdown, and now it's just took a rapid decline and it's actually in a worse state than it ever has been before. Now it's very easy to say that people are growing out of Hypixel on Minecraft itself, but I personally do not believe this is a major factor. Yep, that's quite right, probably hundreds of people out there do grow out of the game, but that doesn't explain why the decline is so rapid, because other servers are peaking still. And yeah, that's probably actually a good reason to say why Hypixel is declining, because other servers such as Hoplite are doing so well at the minute. They are catering to a new community as well, being on the latest versions of Minecraft, whereas Hypixel have never really released a game mode that caters to the new versions of Minecraft, excluding the SMP feature on Hypixel. In recent years and months, the owner behind Hypixel doesn't really work on day-to-day operations of the Minecraft server itself anymore, having sold off Hypixel Studios. We actually don't know who the official owner is of Hypixel anymore. It could still be Simon, but there is actually someone else in charge of day-to-day operations now, and therefore Simon does not have a say in the direction of Hypixel at the minute. And that's what's really killing the community. Like, who is owning Hypixel? Who is in charge of day-to-day operations? Who could the community speak to about improving Hypixel network? Right now there's no one, and in a sense Hypixel is lost in the Minecraft world, and it is awaiting to be found by someone who probably does have the chance within themselves to improve Hypixel. Again, they are not going to reveal themselves, so this is not going to happen until we have a clear indication of the hierarchy behind Hypixel. Most of them are probably working on Hytale. They do have a separate team for Hypixel though, so that does not really make sense. They've done some really awesome things with their anniversary stuff, like they've just hit 11 years I think, and they've done like some really nice like competition in their hub. Cool, that's great, but that's not going to bring back a certain player base. For example, all the thousands of players that played Bed Wars really want to come back to Hypixel, but they're just not going to come back without a major update. And I get it, the Slumber House is kind of new. Doesn't really change into Hypixel Bed Wars though, does it? Really? Not really. Hypixel feels like it's slowly getting lost in time, and it's such a shame for Minecraft's biggest server to be neglected like this on such a huge scale. I, like many of you probably watching this, really hope that Hypixel do a major revamp of its server. But who knows what happens? We can only hope.